What is up, squad? PinoE here. Hope everyone out there is enjoying their Sunday. On this channel, Sunday means release maps and a look at this week's upcoming drops and a sprinkle of sneaker news thrown in. Before we get into it, I ran into someone on YouTube who's making beats for only 4 months, and I got his music playing in the background. I think it's dope. I'll leave his info in the description below if any of you want to get in touch with him. Anyway, let's get this cracking. Today's October 30th. Tomorrow's Halloween. Let's go! I'm sure this is what most of you want to see. The release locations for the Air Jordan 1 Black Toe releasing on November 5th, retailing for $160, and releasing in men's and GS sizing. I mentioned this a little while back. The release numbers for the shoe are very similar to the Bread ones, which dropped last month, so in no way is this going to be an easy pickup. You can find these shoes on the foot sites along with the Sneakers app, and as it stands right now, Sneakers is a first come first serve release, but I wouldn't be surprised if they change that to the drop, but it is first come first serve for now. I'm excited for this release, and I, for one, am happy Nike is dropping all these OG ones. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Dropping alongside the ones, we have the Air Jordan 31 Chicago. This pair is probably my favorite 31 to release so far. The sole of the shoe has the Chicago skyline, and on the inside of the tongue, you can find the Shy stamp. Like the ones, this pair drops on November 5th at 7 a.m. Pacific or 10 a.m. Eastern, and it can be picked up at almost any Jordan brand retailer for $185. I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to predict that this pair will sell out. I'm not too sure what happened with this next pair. They were supposed to release last week, but I don't think that ended up happening. The right shoe is based on a black upper with the left pair based on white, and both shoes are covered in Ohio-inspired graffiti. The insole of the shoe is stamped with LeBron James Family Foundation, and written across the rear airbags is Akron, Ohio. The Nike LeBron 13 low, Fit for the King, is releasing on November 4th on the Sneakers app for $160 at 7 a.m. Pacific or 10 a.m. Eastern. I think I've said this before, but I hate talking about Yeezy dates because things seem to move often and you can never count on it being official until Adidas confirms the date. However, with that disclaimer out of the way, the rumor for the Adidas Yeezy Black White 350 version 2 is that these are dropping on November 5th. If Adidas kills the rumor or officially confirms the date, I will make sure to keep you all updated. If you missed out on any of the Adidas Ultra Boost Reflective Pack when they dropped last week, then chill on paying that resale price because it looks like they will be restocking all 3 pairs on footlocker.com on November 3rd, and the retail price is $200. We're getting closer on narrowing the release date on the long-awaited Adidas Ultra Boost Triple Black. Here's a look at the official Adidas release pictures, and it appears that these will be dropping in November for $180. Now, as comfortable as the shoe is, there's a problem with the Ultra Boost that some people are starting to see and complain about, and that's the boost itself. It appears that over time, the boost begins to flatten out and lose the comfort that they are known for. I haven't experienced this myself because I haven't really used them as a daily shoe, but what I am hearing is that with daily wear, this is happening to some people within only 6 months. Let me know in the comments below if any of you have experienced this problem. I didn't get any Nike mags, but I'm excited for the Hyperadapt 1.0, which is tentatively scheduled to release on Cyber Monday, November 28th, and will be exclusive to Nike Plus members. The pricing still has yet to be confirmed by Nike, along with the exact release process, but Nike has said they will reveal the release processes very soon. The shoe will release in 3 colorways that you see up on the screen and come with a magnetic charging pod for each shoe, and you can expect the battery to last about 2 weeks and charging time to take about 3 hours. Once you slip your foot into the shoe, a sensor on the heel will trigger the motor to begin tightening the nylon laces, and it will tighten until it senses friction points and stop. To unlace the shoe, simple. Press one of the buttons on the collar and slip them off. So a couple days back, I said I was going to talk about this post I threw up on Instagram, and the first thing I want to say, now this isn't a shot at anyone in particular, this isn't about sneaker jams, it's not about Yeezy Mafia, it's really not about anybody, it's a generalization and talking about early pairs in general. First thing I want to say to you all, I don't buy early pairs, I never have, and I don't want to, and I don't trust them. And when I say that, it's not just the seller I don't trust. Some of these guys, they're good people. They might not even know that they're selling fakes. But the truth will always come out down the road once we see the retail pairs. Now, one other thing I want to make clear, when I talk about early pairs, I'm not talking about the guys that are selling them, a week before release or 2 weeks before release. People who get their stock from the back room of the Foot Locker or somebody from Memphis or whatever the case is. I'm talking about early, before the shoe has even reached North America. And if you're buying those and you get burnt, I can't feel bad for you. And I'm not saying that to be a dick. I don't get enjoyment out of seeing people, get scammed out of their hard-earned money. And like I said, it might not even be a scam. It could be someone who does really think that they're the plug. But the problem that I see with, I guess, the sneaker community is people really wanting to stunt on others. And what I mean by that, like, let's take the Space Jams, okay? I've talked about this before. There's 900,000 fucking pairs of these shoes being made. If you buy the shoe, you buy it because you like it. It's not going to make you special to rock one of a million 2 months early. You overpaid. Those pairs were going for $450, $500, $600. Why would you pay $600 for a shoe that's going to retail for $220 and damn well be close to 1 million pairs available? So what's my point? My point is this. I post early picks. I give you guys dates. I give you releases. That's what I do. That doesn't mean I support it. And like I said, I definitely do not buy early pairs. I suggest that none of you do the same. Save your money. Listen, these shoes are going to come out for retail. Take your chance then. If you can't get it, buy from a reseller after. Even that, I don't necessarily agree with. I say take the L and move on to the next weekend's release. But with that being said, it's your money. Do as you wish. Take your chance if you like. But stop being so thirsty for these pairs. And that does it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, and I hope you did, hit that like button. If you're new around here, subscribe, join the squad. If you have something to say, leave it in the comments below. And I'm out.